SHEC, whose abbreviation means the synchronization of the cerebral hemispheres and is a psychotherapeutic method based on the neurosciences. How our brain receives and processes information, how it resolves life's unexpected and complicated situations. SHEC is the psychotherapeutic technique par excellence, liberating a person from all types of trauma, from situations that overwhelm us, that we cannot manage, that push us beyond our limits and produce great emotional pain within us. They can be situations you have already lived with, situations I'm living within this moment, or situations we know we have to live with but produce stress or anxiety in us. An excellent technique to work with grief and loss, fear of flying, spiders, the dentist, all types of phobias, domestic violence or separation, various types of confrontation or being assaulted, having lived through a natural disaster like, for example, earthquakes, bombings, strokes, abuse, abusing the workplace, problems with authority, having had an abortion, war, having a baby in an incubator or having been in an incubator, a family illness, accident, a change of home, suffering or having suffered a serious illness, flooding, financial problems, etc. Sadness, apathy, disillusionment, anger, hopelessness, depression, anguish, terror, and all the symptoms that we live with. It is also used as a 5-minute prophylactic for all types of potentially stressful situations. For example, a medical examination, a program intervention, going to the dentist, giving a presentation, defending a thesis, it is said. All the situations that generate stress in us. It is used in art as well to strengthen creativity, and in the case of sport, it can help us to increase performance. What is trauma? A traumatic situation is that which impacts on us in such a way that our brain starts to desynchronize, entering into what we call shock. They are situations that flood the subject's natural capacity to be able to work them out. Due to shock, these situations cannot be processed. They remain warded and isolated in the neural networks, in a part of the brain producing psychological and physical symptoms, producing emotional pain and even physical pain. These situations produce a lot of symptoms in addition to blocks. How does SHEC work? To be able to overcome the situation, to be able to find a solution to these traumas, to figure out this emotional discomfort and to rediscover the emotional health and balance, it is necessary, first of all, to find a solution from this, the incredulity that the brain is living with. So that all is done, that all this information that is held back in the networks is processed, formulated. For this to happen, we must put in process our brain's natural healing system. SHEC helps us to resolve in few minutes with help of some special glasses. The glasses of synchronization bring together a very simple protocol. Through light, we are going to activate and compare the information from the brain's hemispheres. The activation of the brain's hemispheres will stimulate the brain's connections and balance the limbic system and the emotional center. We also use various exercises through the visual field to unblock all the situations whose objective is to eliminate or alleviate the symptoms and process the traumatic events, healing all the symptoms that trauma generates. Fears, anger, pain, panic attacks, pain, all those misfortunes that stop a person from living a full life. After a successful treatment, the activities and regions of the brain are balanced, hyperactivity of the limbic system is reduced, and the activity of the cognitive centers and processing of the brain is normalized. Strengthening and nourishing the interhemispherical relationship. It is interesting to have an excellent interhemispherical relationship so that our brain can set the natural healing process in motion. We consider it very important and necessary to explain to the patient what food to take, what foods block, and what foods nourish the brain. Besides which, we also work with exercises and interhemispherical music and with the special structures of the Shek method that promote an excellent interhemispherical relationship and in addition help us to synchronize mind, body, and spirit.
Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. Staring at the ceiling in the dark.